Okay, so today we're going to plant some potatoes. These are special seed potatoes just for growing. They'll all have a little chit on the top, and some of them have it on the bottom. So when you're planting these, that's really where you want it, because that's the bit that's going to grow up. Some of them will have loads on, just kind of position them. As long as there's at least one pointing up, then that's fine. Okay, so this is our bed. It's nicely beaded and broad forked, ready to go. What we're going to do, we're going to use a piece of string to get a nice straight row. Potatoes are going to go in 3 rows across here. So you kind of hit the middle of the bed for the middle row, put a piece of string in there, and then just unwind it and lead it down to the end of the bed. So having put your string in, you've got a nice string right along the way of the bed. You know where you're going to put your holes in. Okay, so there's 2 methods of doing this for digging holes. One hole's about 20 centimetres deep. You can either use this bulb planter, which works quite well. You plunge it into the ground, work it out, and therefore you end up with a nice hole like that. Or 30 centimetres apart, and this trowel is a nice handy 30 centimetres apart, you can just dig a hole to put a potato in. And then it's as simple as taking your potato, pointing the chits upwards, popping it into the hole and covering it over. Either method works. I would suggest you make the holes first. The other thing to say is just try to avoid, it's hard because no one can fly, but don't walk on the bed too much, because obviously someone's done a great job of broad forking so the potatoes can get its roots into the ground, and obviously stand on it, you're going to compress it. So we just cover them all up so they can keep on growing. So this bed here's got 26 in a row. So there's bed 25, which when you do it is slightly wider, slightly shorter. So you may well do 4 rows in that bed, but shorter rows when you come to do them. Cover them up. Make sure the end of the rows are well marked so we know exactly where you put them in, and write down in the book which beds you've done. The potatoes themselves will be in the shed, nicely covered up with some mesh to make sure the mice don't eat them before they go in the ground. Enjoy. We've done 1, 8 more rows to go.